it was true. I mean, for quite a few years, maybe 25 years now, I've taught a course at the California Institute of the Arts where I teach, and I've taught a course about, it's called Deleuze in cinema, but it's not, at our school we don't have any students who are engaged in critical studies of motion pictures. They're all students who are engaged in the making of motion pictures. So I guess the notion that reading these books could help people to make films wasn't intuitively obvious. But I found that it actually was the case that although I don't know if it's, you know, the students didn't understand everything, of course, nor for that matter do I, but they could use these ideas in making images and sounds, creating sounds, and one example that I was actually became clearer to me when I set out to make the movie was the notion of the affection image, which was always supposed to go at the beginning of the film, but it was the last thing that actually was put into the film. And the reason for that was that I mean I wanted to start with Griffith, and then so there's this question of when does the affection image first when did, as I put it in the movie, when did Griffith first discover the affection image, and what inspired that discovery? And it was, I think, his love for the faces of his actors that led him to it. But the other thing was that I realized as I went through and showed Griffith, Stroheim, and von Sternberg, and obviously I left out the other side of the affection image, where the features are bursting out from the face, as in Eisenstein, who's, I guess you'd have to say, the other great discoverer of the affection image. The term affection image is not really synonymous with the idea of the close-up, and that it's actually not so easy to create affection images, and that one could go back and actually make a whole history of cinema as a history of the close-up shot. And I thought, well, in the second era of cinema, the era that he calls out of the time image, the affection image, I think, gets lost. I mean, there may be close-up shots of characters, but they're actually characters who are doing something, and the affection image is something that in which the face of the actor, the face of the person, extends beyond the sort of empirical meaning of the event, and becomes a pure affect which exists outside of the action, the plot of the film. So I thought, one of the interesting things I came to realize was that Godard in his films, although quite often he makes a point of doing sequence shots and not of close-ups at all, but that for him the affection image was very important, and that he rediscovered it not only in black and white but in color, because the advent of color was also a kind of made for a kind of crisis in the affection image, because it was always so much a matter of the lighting of black and white film. So anyway, I found his classification of images is in the first book, in a sense quite close to what a cinema textbook might contain. You know, there's a affection image is a close-up, and an action image is a medium shot, and a perception image is maybe a long shot or something.